So continuing with Sonic 2, we're in the third zone, Aquatic Ruin Zone. It's a water level, but it's not like Labyrinth Zone, where you have to go underwater. We'll talk about that in a second, but if you can continuously stay on the top path of the level, you don't have to touch a single drop of water. Okay, I don't think I can get back to this checkpoint and have 50 rings, so I'll avoid that. These like pillars like to shoot up out of the ground, and the only way to get past them is either if you speed pass and like just avoid them, or you have to jump into the top of them, so like they'll break off in two different directions. But yeah, this level is an ancient ruin that's submerged in water. That's all I can really say about it. Those red enemies, they're called grounders, and they like to just come out of the walls at like the worst spots imaginable. And they will, well, the enemy would be reworked as another character for Adventures of Sonic, which is a cartoon series. This part right here, in order to stay above the water, you need to take swinging platforms that are kind of hard to get across. But yeah. Okay, so hopefully I can get enough rings to get the last Chaos Emerald here. Whenever I see these walls with like the weird, they're not really checkerboard, but this pattern, I like to roll because again the grounders will come out of the ground, or not the ground but the walls, and they like to surprise you. Again with Sonic 1, Sonic can drown if you aren't looking out for air bubbles and whatnot. This part right here, if you're underwater and you shoot up out of the water, it'll just like launch you at an absurd height, and you'll probably hit those little mosquito enemies, so watch out for that. Also, these faces on some of the ruins, they, once you walk past them, they'll shoot a spear out, so watch out for that. The Aquatic Ruin boss, these two pillars on the side show up, and normally you're supposed to let Robotnik hammer one of them so it'll shoot a spear out, and then use that to platform and hit him. What I like to do is I wait for the ruins to come up so I can stand on top of them and then just keep jumping on Robotnik like that. But yeah, that was Aquatic Ruin Zone. It's a pretty cool zone, I guess. And it's not even that bad when you're underwater, it's still somewhat fast. There are better and worse water levels in the series. This next zone is pretty much the fan favorite for everybody who's played this game, and it's Casino Night Zone. It's like a Vegas level basically. There are a lot of pinball sections and bumpers, and there are bumpers, flippers, slot machines. Yeah, so those slot machines, those will come back in every single casino level in the series. And when you jump into the reels, or not really the reels, but whatever you want to call them, they're like brackets underneath them. Once you jump in, 3 reels will show up. Depending on what the 3 reels are, you can either get a whole bunch of rings or you can lose all of them. If you get 3 signs that aren't Eggman or Robotnik, then you pretty much get like a varying amount of rings. Like if you get 3 Sonic symbols, I think it's like 50 or 30 or something. If you get Robotnik symbols, then all your rings are gone and there's nothing you can do to get them back unless, you know, you traverse through the level and get them back. Or you can keep betting your luck and try and win more. Like right here. I got 2 Jackbots and a Sonic. So that's pretty lucky, I guess. This stage's music is so good. I only know of 1 checkpoint in this level, well, the specific act really. So, and I didn't have enough rings when I got to it, so I couldn't attempt a special stage. But yeah, that's Casino Night Act 1. This theme will return a whole bunch in this series, moving on. It's kind of worked into one of the checkpoint bonus stages in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. There's Casinopolis in Sonic Adventure. There's Casino Park in Sonic Heroes. There's Casino Paradise in Sonic Advance. There's Cosmic Casino and Sonic Pocket Adventure. You get the idea. The only time we see this specific version of the Casino Zone return is in the Nintendo 3DS version of Sonic Generations. And yeah, I'm playing every Sonic game, don't worry. Well, some games I won't do a full playthrough of, I'll just like do one-off videos on them if I don't think they deserve a full playthrough. Like Sonic, well, I'm not sure if I'll do a full playthrough of Sonic Shuffle. I know for a fact I'm not doing one on Sonic Chronicles. I hate that game. Okay, I need to get into the slot machine right here so I can have enough rings for the checkpoint that's coming up. Hopefully I can do a spin dash jump. Okay, I just barely missed her. Okay, come on. There we go. Yeah, we go. Okay, now we can just go up here. Hopefully this conveyor belt won't shoot you off if you're just holding right. But yeah, now we can attempt the final special stage of the game. This Chaos Emerald is gray. The first two checkpoints, they just kind of reuse sections from older special stages. This part's very reminiscent of Special Stage 4, where you have to just jump left and right while avoiding the bombs in the middle. Instead of having a bomb show up after each pocket, instead after a certain point, 2 pockets will show up on each side. And I missed that. But yeah, I need 100 rings here. Oh, I think I missed it. Oh, there we go. That kind of scared me. Okay, 150 rings. This part's kind of like Special Stage 6, where you have to keep going left and right. But yeah, I mean, if you got this far, then you're gonna know how to deal with it. This part you gotta stay on the left a couple times. Or 3 times, I guess. 4 times. Okay, so this third checkpoint is completely original. And the problem with it is that the rings are just scattered about. And you're probably thinking just hold left so you can keep circling around, but I actually don't like doing that because I feel it's not as useful as what I like to do. I like to just move left and right really fast because I feel like I'll get more rings that way. But yeah, after a few seconds, they'll do a section where it's just bombs. And whenever the stage like dips or goes up, I like to jump because there's usually a pocket of bombs right there. But yeah. Also, if you're playing Knuckles in Sonic 2, which is what happens when you lock on the Sonic and Knuckles cartridge to Sonic 2, the ring requirements are actually a lot lower. Like I needed 190 right there, but if I'm playing Knuckles in Sonic 2, I think I only need like 150 or something. But yeah, Sonic has all 7 Chaos Emeralds, so now we can turn into Super Sonic, and next time you get 50 rings and jump, he'll automatically transform. So, let's see if I can get 50 rings before the boss. They're also like these pinball plungers, which on a normal pinball table you'll need to... Well, I mean, they're only really used to eject a ball onto the table. And I mean, that's pretty much what they do in this game. Let's see if I can get up here. Oh, dang it. I want to get 50 rings before this next boss. That was close. I almost lost all my rings, but I only have 8, so it doesn't really matter. There isn't really much else to be said about this zone. There are a lot of neon things in the background and foreground. It's quite the looker. There are also these elevators that you can move left and right very... not like... You can move left and right, but not a big distance. Those enemies on the way that they're facing, you can't hit them because they have a shield and you'll just bounce right off. But if you're hitting them from the back, then they will die. This boss, you're supposed to use the flippers to hit Robotnik, but they launch you way too high. So I like to just run around the sides and then jump onto him from there. His two forms of attacking you. First, he'll try and drop a bomb on you once he like overlaps you. Or if you're slowly moving down a flipper, he'll slowly come down and then try and zap you with his like magnetic force with it in between his two pincers. But yeah, that's Casino Night Zone. It's a pretty fun zone. I didn't get to show off Supersonic, but I will in the next video. So yeah. Until then.